It's not necessary.
Punish homosexuality. You won your case. Take 2 steps forward and roll the dice again.
No, I will move back.
No, come on.
I will not be.
If you will present one article of Human Rights Declaration, then you find
Люди ставлять та двоє.
maximum 7.
Максимум є штаташ.
Okay, we have some cases here which are heard on European Court of Human Rights.
Jam disa situata që janë përmen gjyqin Europian të drejta.
Genius language. Go one step back. Hello to everybody. It's a big pleasure to be again here, almost in the end of our Global Citizenship for Human Rights projects. Global Citizenship for Human Rights, it's a Key Action 2 project supported by Erasmus Plus program of European Commission. Also, I want to say big thank you to Sadri Aliu and youth organization Youth Trials, who is always helping us to organize some local activity here in Preševo. NGO Iuventa from Shabaci is coordinator of this Key Action 2 projects. Key Action 2 projects, Global Citizenship for Human Rights, starts in the end of 2019. As all of us know, because of the corona, it was almost impossible and very hard to do some activity in one period. In this project, we have partners from 6 countries: Italy, Hungary, Turkey, Serbia, India, and Indonesia. One of the main objectives of this project was to build the capacity of the partner organization to use human rights education. And our idea at the beginning was to create 6 new tools and board games for human rights education. We managed to come up with 6 very nice and very interesting new board games. One of board games, it's memory games, when people need to find symbols of article of Universal Declaration of Human Rights. If they match 2 articles, then they need to answer on some question about human rights. One game, it's something like a labyrinth of human rights, where people need to go through a labyrinth, and also they face some situation and some also question. They need to answer to some question, and on this way to learn about human rights in general, some important institution who is working on protection of the human rights. Then we have one board game also similar to Labyrinth about 24 human rights defenders. We have one very interesting tools where people need to match some human rights cases with some articles of Universal Declaration of Human Rights. And also one game which is, all of us we know this game with the snakes. And again, like in all our games, people learn about human rights. Also, one of the important products of this project, it's a manual about human rights education. Manual will consist of several parts where we explain also our new tools and board games. Then we will present situation about human rights from all the partner countries, and one part of the manual will be general information about human rights. Also, during these projects, we create one very interesting blog about human rights defenders, where young people, not just young people, where everybody can find very, very interesting stories about different human rights defenders, not just from partner countries, but from all countries in the world. And for me personally, who work on this blog, it was more than interesting to see, but also sometimes interesting, but also very, very sad to see with which problems some human rights defenders facing every day. And some things which is for us it's normal, for them it's very, very hard to achieve. Yes, also there will be 6 very short and interesting video about, for example, sustainable development goals and human rights, about history of human rights, and some other topics. During these projects, we also organize, and it's ongoing process, job shadowing activities, where people from one organization and one country is going to other organization and other country to see how people in other organization it's working on the topic, not just human rights, but how they are working in general. I can say that this is also one of the reasons why we are speaking here just in English, not in some of our local languages, because NGO Iuventa in this moment hosting a job shadower from the Turkey.
New York, Paris, Geneva, or London? Where is the office for High Commission of Human Rights located? New York, Paris, Geneva, London. Pleasure. Da, ovako nema šansu, uopšte ne igrati 300 godina.
Bardiya.
No, wait. But who is missing? Somebody.
Okay.